had the big pack with her in it. And I was thinking, man, as many times as I fell through Maine, I would be a nervous wreck having my kid on my back.
That's true. And you do, man. Eventually you take some falls.
Oh, yeah.
Some headers, too, right? Just like,
I hate it. Yeah, I definitely hate it. Oh, all you southbounders, little warning. Mahoosic arm is no joke. It is very, very, very sketchy. And if it is wet, really reconsider what you're doing.
Going down it?
Going down it.
Oh, yeah.
It is brutal.
Is it?
Yeah, nobody talks about the arm. They all talk about the notch.
Yeah.
And for the southbounders, when you're going down it and it's wet, it's like, what in the world am I doing?
Oh, man. Okay, thanks for the warning, man. Because
it's sketchy. It is.
It's true. Going down is completely different than going up, you know. Mahoosic not. What we did is we did the notch, and then we camped at that camp spot right afterwards.
Yep.
And we met all these people who said, or we read about it, about you stay high, stay high. So we kept telling southbounders, and they're like,
stayed high.
They're like, no, you can't stay high. You'll see. And I was like, okay. And so we went out there, and 3 of us, and we stayed high. And now there's like 3 times you have to do kind of a leap of faith.
Yeah,
but besides that, you can go through it quick if you stay up high. A lot quicker.
I stayed high until the very end, and then you have to go down. I guess that's right where y'all would have started.
Right, and I think, because I remember I was like, okay, I did this leap, and I made it, and kind of climbed down, and we saw a girl in this cave, and I was like, there's someone in there, way in there. And we didn't go through it. We went up and over it.
Yeah.
And
that's so
and then someone was like, oh, well, you didn't do the AT. And I'm like, no, I don't really think there's like a set passage on the Mahoosic Notch.
There's not a way to do the Mahoosic Notch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mile-long boulder field, and it's kind of one of those free-for-alls.
Yeah.
It's like a jungle gym, basically.
Oh, yeah, man. I loved it, though.
It was the coolest spot.
Yeah, I thought it was very fun.
The arm was terrifying. It took me 2 hours to go those 2 miles.
Really? What about going down the very end of the Wildcats?
Wildcat was sketchy, too.
Because I had to go southbound on that because I got sick 2 miles up and had to turn around and go back down.
I ended up dropping off a cliff there.
Yeah, there's like there is like literally a cliff you jump off.
Not come to find out, it's kind of optical illusion. There's this rock that comes out, and I was supposed to step between the rock and that. But as a southbounder, you come to that spot, and you're sitting here, and you're like, well, I've done some weird stuff in Maine, so I guess I got to climb down this cliff.
Right.
So I threw my pack and poles, and you get halfway down, and you realize, oh shit, I can't. And so I just dropped and prayed, and then literally realized the trail was 10 yards that way to my left.
Right. That's funny.
So I hit the trail, and then I hear this woman about, I don't know, she was maybe I've gone 100 yards down the trail. I hear this woman yelling, is there anybody out there? And she was wandering around in the woods. I was like, yeah, come. No. I started yelling. I was like, yeah, come my way. I don't know. She was going up it and got lost in the woods. And I was just like, this is crazy. So yeah, Maine and New Hampshire, they're whole different animals.
Yeah, I remember being in the Whites. We were walking, and it was raining, and the trail just stopped. And we're like, what? And we looked down, and there's a big boulder waterfall. And I started looking at it, and I didn't see any blazes. And I go, you know what? We've gone up stuff like that, remember? Already. I go, that must be the trail.
Was that Moosalaki?
I think it was, like coming down it maybe. Yeah. And so we started going down it, like kind of crab walking down it, and the water's going down our necks and everything. And sure enough, that was the trail. But it looked like a waterfall. Like it looked like a creek with a waterfall, like not the trail, you know? But that's how the Whites are, you know?
Yeah. So as a northbounder, because I've kind of got my own opinion. I think a lot of the southbounders talk about Maine as being, one of their, obviously the Whites are awesome too, don't get me wrong, but I just fell in love with Maine, and it seems like the southbounders fell in love with Maine. It seems like the northbounders fall in love with the Whites.
The Bigelows was my favorite.
Oh my God,
I was blown away by the Bigelows. It reminded me of the Whites Junior, but with tourists, because you know the whites were just jam packed with tourists.
Franconian Ridge is,
and so it kind of took away from it a little bit.
Yeah.
And when I got up top of Mount Washington, it was a Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was jammed, and there was like, I'm not even kidding, like 100 people waiting to take their picture at the sign. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it was a long line. I'm like, there's no way. But yeah, it was just packed when we got up there. I could not believe it.
Oh wow.
So we ate and we're going back down. I have a picture on Instagram, and the train's coming, and
yeah.
my buddies, all of my friends are like, oh, we're mooning this thing. And you know, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I guess I'm a little conservative in that area, and
yeah.
I'm like I'll video it. I'll take pictures. And so if you look, there's a picture, I just released it, and they're like, they're all mooning the train, and
cool.
You can see people in the train with big smiles on their faces.
Yeah.
So the train went by and everybody clapped.
Oh, that's
and they
cool.
loved it, you know. And I was like, oh man, these people are not gonna like this, but everyone loved it. They thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
they were laughing.
I think everybody that gets on that train realizes what's getting ready to happen.
Yeah, and I think the conductor, you could hear him telling them, "Uh-oh, we got some northbounders. I think you're gonna see some rear hindies." And you could hear him saying it to them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're ready for it.
So that train, like when I was coming up, I was so far away from it that there was no moon in it, but that thing just looks like it drops to nothing.
Yeah, I want to do it one time.
Do you want to know? I was like,
I want to check it out.
God, that seems so sketchy. It just looks like it just drops straight off that mountain. It's insane.
Mount Washington was something else. The whites were just something else.
Franconian Ridge is beautiful.
Oh,
you hit it in
and when we got in, it was socked out. And we were sitting there, and all of a sudden, the clouds broke, and you just see this like window open up, and I was talking to my friend, I looked, and I'm like,
it's so beautiful.
And I'm hitting them, oh my God, yeah, dude. And when it smacks you like that, when you're, all of a sudden it opens up, and you see it, you're like, it's just like a slap in the face.
That's what Katahdin did for me.
Oh yeah.
When I was coming down, it was I couldn't see anything going up, but coming down, I got right to where you start the rock field going down.
Yeah.
And it was like the gods just blessed me with the perfect view, and the clouds opened up.
Nice.
I always want to stop back there because they rerouted this.
Oh yeah, it's up here now.
Section, Well, here we are at Gooch.
Cool, man.
Hey, you want to introduce your channel?
Yeah, everyone. My channel is Quicksand on the Trail, and I'm doing shakedown videos, and I'm gonna vlog my whole AT Sobo through hike. So if you want to check it out, just type in Quicksand on the Trail and enjoy.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Man. It's
all right, man.
So awesome.
Yeah, it was nice. Awesome.
I appreciate you
dude.
using me.
Yeah, I'm gonna use you from now on, man.
Well, cool.